Okay guys, we're here for part 2 of how to wash your dog out here with Angel. I've been doing this for about a half hour now. You can see all the hair that came off, so we're ready to move on to the next phase. And the only thing I got out here is my shampoo, Nature's Miracle Skin and Coat Supreme Odor Control. Okay, and any good shampoo will work. And I just got a seat. I got her collar, which if she starts to move around, I step on it. But she's laying down pretty good, so now we're going to wet her. And I'll pause the video. Okay, so as soon as she seen me pick this up, she started to get up. So notice I got my foot. You don't want to strangle your dog, but you need to control them. So this is a good range here. I got a couple feet around her collar. You don't want the water is very hot out here today, 90. So you want to spray the water, feel it, and that is boiling hot. So I'm going to let this run. I do not want to put this on my dog. And it's cooling down. Still very, very hot. I have to pull my hand out. Ow, that is boiling. Make sure you check the water temperature before you get your dog wet. Let's try again. And I'm going to put my whole hand in. It's coming down a little bit. So I'll pause it till it comes down. Okay, water's at a good temperature now. Now what you want to do is wet your dog down. Okay, what I do, make sure you get the head. The head gets a lot of dandruff. The dog may not like it. Don't spray it in your dog's ears, please. On top of the ears is fine. And I'm holding the phone with one hand. So with two hands, I usually take the other hand up. Now when she flips, step back. Your dog is going to instinctively shake themselves to get the excess water off. Okay. Angel, she doesn't like baths, but she is usually good. She'll usually stay put. She's an older dog. I'm going to guess we've rescued her. I'm going to guess she's around 11 or 12. Oh, here comes a shake. And thank you for anybody who watches the howling videos. I sure hope I've helped some people out there. Well, I know I have. I've seen a lot of positive feedback. More negative than any positive. Of course, it's going to be expected. It's very hard to get a dog to howl over a video. But it's worked for, I'd say, about 30 to 40% of my viewers. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my hand now. I'm going to put the phone down, and I am just going to follow the water with my hand. So, well, I guess I'll keep the phone on. But what I'm going to do is reach down, I usually do, and go against the grain, back and forth, keeping my hand in front of the water. Okay, make sure you get underneath. Okay, do not forget about this area. It gets very dirty. Hit the legs. I am going to lift up the towel and get in there. Okay, so I'm going to pause it here, get to the soaping. Okay, so I just soaked her pretty good. I took my hand, followed the water. I went up the leg and down the leg against the grain, lifted the tail, all the way down to the feet, follow the water. And Angel's going to try to move here. So now we're going to get to the soaping. Okay, so I want to do a little bit on the head. Okay, then I'm going to make a straight line down the middle. Then I'm going to get the edges and make kind of a back and forth motion. Okay, come back up. And then I may need to do the underneath spray, put some in my hand and get under there, but I can't do that with one hand. So I'll pause it. And, well, let me show you some of the rubbing before I pause. So it's best to use your hand. Get the head. You get all the way down in between her eyes. Top of the ear, never in the ear. Okay, get under the chin. Okay, down below. Now I'm going to put the phone down and really get her good, but this is basically what I'm doing here. Okay, you want to go against the grain, then with the grain, against, and do that all over, especially under the stomach. Against, back and forth. Now the legs, you want to take your hand up here, go all the way down, all the way up, down, all the way up. Don't forget this spot right here. Very furry. I had to really brush that out. And tons of dead fur. The tail to the end and come against the grain. Go down, come up, feet all the way up. So I'm going to do this all the way around. Same thing with the stomach. And then we'll be ready to rinse her. Okay, so she is all soaped up and ready to be rinsed. So I stand in front of her, spraying away from her eyes. And let me fix this. Let's put it on jet. This is probably a better setting. You want to spray away from the eyes. See how I'm holding it. Get her above the head there. Don't go too close. You do not want to spray her in the eyes. If you do, put it on mist or shower. And again, you're going to need 2 hands for this part. Now, imagine my hand in front of this water, and I'm going to follow the water and push all. Sorry, I don't have somebody here to hold the phone for me. And you're going to follow the water with your hand and push it off. Follow the water with your hand, push it off. You keep doing that. Go against the grain and then follow it back. And keep doing it till there's no soap visible. It's going to take some time. Okay, here I would put my hand in front of the water. Follow, come back up, follow, let go, follow, follow. It's okay. Angel sees another dog. It's all right, Ann. Just a puppy. Come on, you're stepping on the hose. Still doing her job as a protector. She's stepping there. She climbed out of the hose. Good. Watch out for her shaking. Okay. All right, so I'm just showing you guys and telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my hand in front of the water, push down with the grain. Go against the grain a little, but you're going to be done when you can follow the water down with your hand. Now she's starting to wander off, so I'm going to pull her back and lock it, put it on lock, and gave a little more pull, step on it here. Okay, that's a good pull there. Can't wander off. So you're going to need 2 hands. This is not enough what I'm doing here. She's being very clever now. She circled me, got me all twisted up. Dogs are smart. They know how to get out of something that's bothering them. She does not like this part at all. But notice I changed from a shower setting to a jet. Okay, and this is, like I said, make sure you are using a hand in front of this water, which I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go ahead and do. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I take a towel, and Angel's all wet, and I drapes a towel. I should have brought it with me over there. And drape it over your dog like this so the long part meets underneath, and go back and forth all over. Now this is not the final drying phase. This is the initial drying phase. I am going to use a leaf blower to dry her off, which is a fantastic tool for drying your dog. It's not hot, but the air itself, and especially on a hot day like this, you don't need the air to be hot. Make sure you get down to the feet. And I'm going to put the phone down, but this is basically what I do all over. Okay, reach under, especially underneath. This really stays wet. The inside of the leg, do not forget these areas. They really get wet, and the dog will not like it. It'll get moldy. And down at the feet, okay, you've got to get those feet. Now I'm going to hit all that with the leaf blower. Just getting the initial water off. Okay, so let me go get the leaf blower and show you guys what I do.